AI, artificial intelligence. You hear that term everywhere, right? But what does it actually mean for the real world? Today, we're going to cut through all the hype and get down to what's really happening. We're going to explore how AI is already shaping your world, from the shows you binge watch to the job you might apply for tomorrow. So when I say AI, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably something straight out of a movie, futuristic robots or cars that drive themselves. But the reality? Oh, it's much, much closer to home than you think. In fact, AI is quietly working in the background of your life pretty much constantly. You know that movie Netflix just knew you would love? That was AI. The fact that your local grocery store magically has your favorite snack in stock? Yep, AI again. And get this, it might even be the first set of eyes to ever see your resume. It's literally everywhere. So to really see the impact it's having, let's pull back the curtain. We're going to go on a quick tour through 4 key parts of almost any business and see how AI is secretly giving them a massive boost. First up on our tour, marketing and sales. These are the folks whose job it is to connect with you, the customer. And this is an area where AI absolutely excels because it's fantastic at figuring out what people want, sometimes even before we know we want it ourselves. And I'm willing to bet these things sound pretty familiar. Those personalized recommendations on Amazon that are just a little too perfect? AI. That 24/7 customer service chatbot you were talking to at midnight last week? That's AI too. But it's also working behind the scenes, analyzing the mood on social media and even telling sales teams which potential customer they should call next. Just take a look at Coca-Cola. They're not just guessing which ads are going to work. No way. They're using AI to analyze millions of online conversations in real time. They can actually tap into the public mood and adjust their campaigns on the fly. That is a huge, huge leap from old-school advertising. But look, getting you interested in a product is really only half the story. The next big question is, how does that product actually get to you? Well, that's where the supply chain comes in, and AI is completely shaking up this incredibly complex web of logistics. Just think about it for a second. AI can predict how many new phones are going to sell in a specific city, which helps prevent shortages and reduce waste. It can calculate the absolute fastest, most fuel-efficient delivery route for an entire fleet of trucks, all while factoring in live traffic and weather. And it can automatically reorder products the moment inventory gets low. It's all about one thing: efficiency. A classic example is Walmart. They use AI to forecast demand across their thousands and thousands of stores. And what that means for you is that the products you want are more likely to be on the shelf when you want them. For Walmart, it's a massive win for their bottom line. And honestly, for the planet too. Okay, now let's follow the money. The world of finance is all about data, risk, and incredibly high stakes, which, as you can imagine, makes it the perfect playground for AI. The superpower of AI here is its ability to see patterns that human beings just can't. It can sift through mountains of data to judge the risk of a loan, spot credit card fraud in a fraction of a second, and even help manage huge investment portfolios. The result is a financial system that's becoming way faster and a whole lot more secure. Now, this one might be the most surprising of all. We usually think of HR as a very, human field, right? But AI is quickly becoming an essential tool for helping companies find and support their single most important asset, their people. AI can help a recruiter sort through 1,000 resumes in minutes to find the best candidates, saving just an unbelievable amount of time. Some AI systems are even trying to predict which new employees are most likely to become superstars. And once you're on the team, AI can help create personalized training plans to grow your skills and even help measure the overall morale of the company. This example from Unilever sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but it's happening today. They're using AI to analyze short video interviews with job candidates. It looks at their expressions, their word choices, all to find patterns that match up with success in a particular job. It's a fascinating and, maybe a little controversial way to use this technology. Okay, so if AI is so powerful and so useful, you have to be asking, why isn't it absolutely everywhere already? Well, the reality is that actually putting AI to work is way harder than it looks. There are 2 really big roadblocks. And those 2 biggest roadblocks are data and people. On one side, AI systems are just incredibly hungry. They need massive amounts of clean, high-quality data to learn from. On the other side, There's a huge shortage of people who actually have the skills to build and manage these complicated systems. Let me put it this way. Think of AI as a brilliant, world-class chef. But if you give that chef spoiled ingredients, you are not getting a five-star meal. It's the same exact thing with data. You've probably heard the phrase, garbage in, garbage out. Well, it's never been more true. If an AI learns from data that's biased or just plain wrong, its decisions will also be biased or wrong. And then, of course, you have the human element. You can buy the most advanced tech in the world, but you need people who know how to use it. Right now, there is a massive demand for data scientists and AI engineers, and there just aren't enough of them to go around. This talent shortage is a major brake on how fast things can move. So what's the solution? Well, it's pretty much a two-part answer. First, companies have got to get their data organized and cleaned up. And second, they need to invest in people, both by training the employees they already have and by working to inspire that next generation of AI experts. So, even with those hurdles, the future for AI is incredibly bright. Let's pivot for a second and look over the horizon at what's coming next for AI in the world of business. As we look ahead, the big story isn't going to be about AI replacing people. It's going to be about AI collaborating with people. Think of AI as your partner, your co-pilot, that helps us all make smarter decisions and invent totally new ways of doing business. And as this tech gets more and more common, the conversation is going to shift toward making sure it's fair, responsible, and available to everyone, not just a handful of giant companies. So after all of that, what's the big idea here? If there is one single thought I could leave you with, what would it be? It's this. AI isn't some distant future anymore. It's here, it's now, and it's already reshaping our world. So the question we all need to ask isn't if it will change our industries, but how we are going to choose to work with it. The future isn't about being replaced by technology. It's about building that future together. Thanks for watching.